Hello, my name is Allan Bukusi. I am a member of CHRM, College of Human Resources Management. And I'm really proud to be a member of this institute because we've been here a long time. You notice I've said institute because we started as the Institute of Personnel Management. I think that was about 25 years ago, 96, 97. This is when the college was born. And I was one of the founder lecturers. And we've had a journey that's really been exciting. I started with the Institute of Personnel Management, and we had a college that was set up 96, 97. And I was one of the founder lecturers. And we started out there in Shell House before moving to Ngara. Our initial class was 30. We got it doubled to 2 classes of 30. And we had some very, I'll call them luminaries right now in the HR world, actually passed through our hands over the last 20 years. I lectured in reward management. Reward management was my forte, and I did a bit of manpower planning, and the curriculum has changed over the years. But one of the exciting parts about this is that you get to I was starting out in my, the world was going through a phase where people were wondering, is this personnel or is this human resources? So it was a story. And I was working at KPMG, and we were advising our clients on which is the way to go. And the Institute of Personnel Management began to give direction. And I attended the course on at the Institute of Personnel Management, and we also had a course which was to help people appreciate that we are moving from personnel to human resources. Now it doesn't look so now, but then it was a big debate why change over the name. But anyway, as fate would have it, we changed to Human Resources Management, and that I think is a more encompassing, more holistic name for the kind of training, personnel or people training that we're actually doing right now. So I oversaw that transition, and that being part of the global movement, the local movement, working with Kitobu, working with the lead Wabule and a team. We had a strategic planning session with Ken Kaunda and the late Dr. Aurora. It was a transformative time. As a pioneer, you always get to some of these nuggets that don't come out later. But when we see the institution like it is now, in these wonderful premises, how many? 13, 13 story on trade towers with 6,000 graduates. And we started with just 30. Now, that makes me feel good. Personnel and HR. So people ask, so what's the difference? And an HR professional is more of a holistic person who really understands the nature of business, can walk into your boardroom, give you direction on strategy, give you direction on manpower planning, look at the financial implications of the human resources, talk about the training and development of staff. And if you compare that to personnel administration, you will see that there's a great value that HR professionals add to businesses today. And so when CHRM was coming in with all these subjects, manpower planning, reward management, and so on, the profile of HR professionals in industry has grown to the extent that, you have to make sure your organization does have an HR professional. And if you're in Kenya, make sure they've passed through CHRM, because that's where you get the quality training. From where we came from, the college must grow. And we were just talking a little earlier, saying that change is inevitable. And I think that's inevitable. Back then, 20 years ago, all we needed was people to get into organizations and to be HR managers. But now we're looking at a global role of the HR professional. And so the college must go into a new space. It's got to go into a university space. And I'll say that carefully, because you don't want to downgrade the work that has been done to provide middle-level managers, who are the bulk of the people in industry. But it has to evolve to the extent that it's providing board members, regional Africa, global players. And that means we have to open CHRM's capability to an international and global audience. And the demands on a global and international audience may not be met fully by a college. Okay, so the form of that, whether it's a business school, whether it's a university, which is what most people know, or if it's a professional development center, we've got to have a dream that has the Harvard of Africa at the heart of it, which is, CHRM. December 9th is the big day. We have the 25th Jubilee, and everybody likes celebrations, and I think that's a good thing to have. So what's special? I think it's good to meet the people that you trained, you mentored and developed along the way. That professional club, if you like, and mentorship and apprenticeship process is very powerful. And the influence that you can have on lives is so important. I'd like to see people like Hapisu, Ken Kaunda, those people who have been in this business for so many years. And Margaret is going to be there, so why don't we come and see who she is? And Milka, we need people to come out there and just share the experience of tell stories about 25 years ago, but also tell us about the dreams that we have for the future. So yes, it's 25 years, but 25 years of growing people, 25 years of mentoring people, 25 years of playing a significant role, to the extent that you have a law in the country, we have an institutional contribution to the government. These are things that need to be celebrated, and I believe that taking an opportunity to come together to thank God that this is 25 years. Hey, let's meet there.